Rudy Giuliani is looking to be in some hot water. So I'm sure you're aware he was involved in an investigation in Georgia of them trying to overturn, them being Trump and his allies, the 2020 election results within Georgia. And so there's an investigation going on there, and it's very serious, and it's one of the ones that people think could be most likely to take down Trump and people around him. And so at the current moment before this news broke that we're about to get to, so right before that, we knew he was at least a witness that was being called, that was going to have to be brought down. So he was a part of the investigation, but it wasn't clear yet that he necessarily would be criminally charged or anything like that himself. But that's changing. And so we got news recently. Giuliani is scheduled, a reading from CBS. Giuliani is scheduled to appear before the special grand jury in Fulton County on Wednesday. Last week, a judge there ordered him to make the trip on train or a bus or Uber after his attorneys sought to postpone the testimony, citing doctors' orders that Giuliani not fly following an early summer heart stent operation. I will say the judge doing that is pretty cool and cold-blooded, I gotta say, in a good way. Just going, okay, your doctor said you can't fly because your heart condition that you recently, or your heart operation you recently had, take a bus, boy. So funny. Giuliani is described in court documents as a material witness to the investigation, but one of his attorneys, Robert Castello, said Monday that a Fulton County prosecutor called another attorney for Giuliani on Monday to update that description. Quote, the term they used is target, Castello said. He noted that many others who have been subpoenaed by the special grand jury are also considered targets, including 16 Georgia Republicans who falsely claimed to be the state's duly elected qualified electors in the aftermath of Trump's loss in the state. So he is now being told through his lawyers that he is a target of the investigation, a direct target. Now, a good response happened on MSNBC that I saw to this news, that one of the correspondents explains how big of a deal this is, and how if they're calling to let the lawyers know that something's coming down the pipes, then it's coming down the pipes, and Giuliani should prepare for charges imminently. So let's take a look at that moment.
Tell us what this means, that Giuliani has now been named as a target of this investigation. What is he now facing?
He may be facing a midnight train to Georgia, to quote lyrics from Gladys Knight and the Pips. Look, he's jammed up here. Being named a target, your lawyer being told, hey, your client's a target, it's really bad. It means that the grand jury and the prosecutors are thinking, yeah, we're about to charge you. It's imminent, right? You are under criminal investigation, and your name is in the header of the investigation. You're one of the named subjects, and it's coming. And it's coming faster than you think. And look, his options are not good. If he claims attorney-client privilege, right, it's an admission that Trump told him to do this illegal stuff in Georgia. It's a no-win for him. And all the DA has to say is, well, okay, that's very interesting. First, your privilege doesn't extend to criminality, number one. Number two, we could stay away from what Trump said to you, if you think that's privilege. Let's just investigate what you did all by yourself with Georgia officials in an attempt to unlawfully overturn the Georgia election.
Very, very, very interesting. That's a great point there about how if he tries to use attorney-client privilege, that's him admitting that Trump was directing him to do the things that he did. Of course, Giuliani was trying to get the Georgia election results overturned. He was a part of that effort very publicly and embarrassingly. And Trump was as well, calling, you remember the Secretary of State saying, I need 11,000 votes. Just no one will notice. Flip the votes. And so I think it's pretty big, pretty significant that Rudy's lawyers got told that he was a target of the investigation. And I do think, as this correspondent noted, that means he's going to get charged soon, going to get prosecuted soon. That is very, very interesting and big to think about. The personal lawyer of the former president of the United States being a direct target of a criminal investigation like this to try to overturn an election. history books type stuff. And that's what we're witnessing every single day. So many different events that are going to be looked back on in history. A president with his allies trying to overturn an election that he lost fair and square just because he couldn't handle the fact that he did lose, and developing this massive lie that became the litmus test for candidates running in the Republican Party. Do you believe the election was stolen or not? Has become one of the biggest things that determines which constituency you're able to get within the Republican Party. All built around a lie because Trump couldn't handle the fact that he lost to Joe Biden. So yes, Rudy Giuliani should be getting held accountable, and the fact that we just got this news is really big, and I do think it's not looking good for old Rudy.